Okay, hello. So this is Paul's birthday present. I know that you said that you were expecting a video of, you know, whatever Kayla's like a half-hour long video about why you're awesome. I have to tell you though, this one is a possibly going to be a half-hour long video. It really just kind of depends, but I can't come up with 25 reasons why you're awesome. So this is 25 reasons why you suck. And so, here we go. 25 reasons. The top 25 reasons. I could come up with a lot more. The top 25 reasons why Paul sucks, and therefore he just has to deal with it. And unfortunately, I do too. So, now, I have to cut you a little bit of slack here because number 25 is actually that it was kind of hard to make this list. Granted, I got Kayla's out on her birthday, and yours took me a little while, hence it's the 24th, and so it's going to take me a little bit longer. It's just... this has not worked. I also kind of suck a little bit myself in this, so I understand your pain, because I went like 3 times to record this and left my list at the office, and like failed kind of hardcore. But anyway, so number 25 was that it is a little bit difficult to come up with a list of why you suck, but I did it, so here we go. Number 24, the reason that Paul kind of sucks is that he's like really smart. I swear, what is the it's 36 that you can get out of your ACTs. Paul got a freaking 35. Screw you, man. Like, what the hell? Like, Mr. Straight A did super awesome on the ACTs. Freaking just, like, not just, oh yeah, he's a smart guy. No, like, Paul is actually, like, very intelligent and a good student, and that's lame. Number 20... Uh-oh, I gotta do this. This is gonna get really confusing as far as the way I did the numbering on my sheet, so if I get off, whatever. Number 23, he has ferrets. Really, dude? Ferrets? Like, and you couldn't even have, like, a mean ferret, which is super retarded. I mean, if you're gonna get a ferret, it has to be the one that eats babies and, murders your nose in your sleep. But no, you had to go and get, like, super adorable, cute ferrets that, like, fall asleep on your feet and, like, never bite or piss you off or anything, they're just, like, super awesome. So that's lame. And then I'm totally going to lose track of what number I'm on if I don't make a note of it, because I'm just that cool. And I didn't number these in the backwards order that they need to be numbered. So that was number 23. So number 22. I will not forget. We will never forget. Paul killed Juanita. He killed my child. I had a water balloon. And I know how that sounds, but I loved that water balloon. She was purple. She was like little. And she had a little face. She had a bed in my locker that she laid on a nice little bed and just stayed in my locker in 8th grade, and Paul mercilessly and spitefully murdered my child, and I will not forgive, and I will not forget. So, sorry, it's kind of funny that this is the next one after that. Number 21, he's a nice guy. genuinely actually is like a nice person, which kind of makes you suck because, you know, let's face it, I should be able to genuinely hate you. For as much as I talk about hating you and how much you suck, I don't like that this has to be all tongue-in-cheek. Yeah, I think you should really be, like, a mean-spirited, just bitter, and really unpleasant person to be around so that all of this stuff that I say about you is justified. Because otherwise, then I just have to, you know, blackmail you and defame you so that you seem like a bad person, and everything that I say about you at least sounds like it's true. So, number 20. Yeah, total fail in this. Somehow, he got to be part of the band of lizards when he wasn't even there when we found the freaking bottle cap. Paul was not there. Jeff was. That's the funny part about it, is he just, like, replaced Jeff and was just, like, the kind of person that you can just be like, no, you're the band of lizards, regardless of the fact that you were, like, hardly ever there that summer. Like, screw you for being so cool that you get to be in the band of lizards when you weren't actually there and in the band of lizards. Not cool at all, man. Number 19, yeah, he has this really strange delusion that he's actually closer to Kayla than I am. Like, they talk about this whole best friend soulmate crap. No. That's... I don't know where you guys had to come up with this. I think it's just to make Kayla feel better. Well, I don't know. I mean, Kayla might just be trying to make Paul feel better. I don't know. Both of them really just... No. I mean, the only thing that makes them awesome is the fact that they hang out with me. So, for them to try and get anything between the two of them and make that seem like it's actually a good thing, or something that's worth anything, completely contrived. And I think you both suck a little bit for trying to think that this, like, best friend soulmate thing exists at all. Because let's face it, I'm closer to Kayla and I'm closer to Paul, and as far as you know, their paths crossing, no, it's just they're both just losers, and they're trying way too hard to make it seem like they actually have anything between the two of them. It's just not there. Sorry. So, number 18. Not only can Paul sing, but he sings really well, which is total crap because that's my thing. And I'm sorry, I'm in a band, and you're not. So I think that you need to stop singing forever and ever, despite the fact that I know that when you're in the shower, it sounds awesome. And when you're just, like, belting it out in your car, just doing your thing, it sounds awesome. And, you know, that you sang, you, like, had everybody swooning in high school when you did Beauty School Dropout and whatever. I don't even care, because I know that I'm more awesome than you, and you just, you know, there's really nothing that you can do to change that he's an awesome singer. But I will make it so that you can't sing anymore if you continue to show me up in that. And, you know, the fact that you sound like a freaking angel when you sing, I've always resented that about you, and that's why it's number 18 on the list of why you suck. So, number 17 on the list of why you suck is stealing all of my friends has been your main hobby for years. years. We've known each other since we were 7 years old. And I don't get it. I mean, let's face it, Chris was my friend, not yours. You came in, and Caitlin and Lucia were totally my friends, not yours. I mean, you get Kristen and Kara. I don't care if you hung out with all these people first. They were my friends, not yours. And when they became my friends, you should have left. That's the thing about you and Kayla trying to talk about like you know each other. Because, wrong. I don't care who met whom first. They're my friends, and you don't get to keep them. Even the ones that aren't my friends now, good, because then you can't steal them from me anymore. So, then, this is so ridiculous. Number 16 on the list of why you suck. You seem to find all of the good shows first. Now, I can't even lie about this. It just makes you lame. Because, it's like, you're always the one coming to me with the really awesome TV shows. And I don't know, that really bothers me, Paul, because it's like you have taste or something, or, you know, like, you actually kind of know what you're talking about when it comes to good writing and decent storytelling and exciting characters and stuff, like, as if you know how to identify those things, and just by putting yourself in a position of being good at that really grinds my gears. I don't like it at all. And all of these shows that, you know, we watch together, like, you know, even like Brian Fuller's shows and all of these things that you've found that are amazing and whatever. I really resent the fact that you've found these shows at all, and therefore get to, like, hold it over my head that you actually have brought joy into my life through these amazing creative projects. I think that's lame. Okay, so now the thing about all of this that I know is going to sound a little bit weird in the context of everything I've been talking about and the way I talk about it, but number 15 that makes you suck is that I really can't get mad at you. I don't think I've ever, like, really been angry with you. There was only one time I was, like, frustrated with you. And what the hell is that about? That's not fair. Like, you're one of my best friends. I should be allowed to get pissed at you for very good reason. You know, what is that? We've never had, like, a really good fight. I think that, like, makes us less of friends somehow. I'm hoping this starts a fight, because, we need to just sit there and have the opportunity to hate one another like normal, loving friends should. And, you know, I can't get angry at you, and I really can't argue very well, and that needs to be fixed, okay? You need to develop some more poor qualities beyond this list so that I can start to, like, really physically hate you. Just something to think about. Okay, so, number 14 on the list is that he writes better stories. So not fair. So not fair. I mean, things like When We're 35 when I read that script and she's taken the ketchup bottle and she has spelled her married name out on the floor of the kitchen in ketchup, I laughed so hard that it really drove me crazy. And like, really, to do like a Tale of Two Cities reboot and this mannequin thing and to come up with all of these stories. I actually have one of your stories that I remember you telling me about in like 7th grade in choir about like the raindrop that is, it's like told from the perspective of a drop of water throughout time, going through all of these, it's like a children's book, going through all of these different periods of time from different perspectives on the earth, where of course he's going through like the water cycle. So sometimes he's in the air, sometimes he's on the ground, sometimes he's, being drunk or whatever, like all of these different perspectives of a water droplet throughout like eternity. That's so inventive that it pisses me off. I don't like that you can come up with things like that, and that I have held on to that because I'm going to do it. I'm going to like get it illustrated, and I'm going to totally steal your story idea because that's been on my brain for like 12 years now, and that's because it's too awesome, and that drives me nuts. I don't think that that's fair that you should be able to be such a good writer. So not fair. Okay, now for that matter, I can talk about 12 years ago or 14 years ago, because we've known each other for just like 18 years now. 18 years. Okay, number 13 on the list is he's been around too long. It's like, I can't, there's so much history between the two of us that, we understand each other really well, and there's like a connection between us that, something goes wrong and I can be like, well, yeah, remember when you were like 14 and such happened, or remember when we were with, blah, 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 and in our junior year of high school, or, or remember back in 2nd grade when our teacher was such and such, and, like, actually use our past as a reference to, connect and talk and help each other out and get to know one another. That is so lame. So lame. It's like, it's just cheesy at this point, really. I think that it kind of makes us too good of friends, and so I think that it's time to like back off from one another, because it's not going to work for me. It's 18 years is too much. It just is. It's overkill at that point, buddy. Okay, sorry. So, and here's the thing. When number 12 kind of feeds into this idea that I can talk about Martinez, I can talk about Jenkins, and I can talk about Coronado. Part of this kind of goes along with Doherty as well. But you didn't go to UNC. Hello? We all went to UNC. What was your problem? It's all your fault. Like, those were the greatest times of my life, Paul. And the fact that you weren't there for that is just really super lame. I can't believe you. I mean, well, and then, like, when you were in Denver, when you moved up there, like, that summer that I drove up to see you all the time, like, I can't believe you put me in that position. To to be in Denver that, you know, I would drive up and go and see you and we'd hang out for a while. Like, that was just ridiculous. And, frankly, I resent you for it. So, let's see. Number 12, he didn't go to UNC. Stupid. I don't like that at all. Number 11. He's ugly. Number 10. He thinks he can get in on creative projects like the rest of us. Now, this goes along with your delusion that you and Kayla actually have some sort of friendship between you and actually have any sort of standing merit on your own. Because Kayla and I are the creative ones. I don't care what you say. So when it comes to, you know, the Peeperama, which I think you did horribly on that. Like, that chandelier made me physically sick. And, I think that things like the gingerbread house, you guys thought to do the Taj Mahal. I mean, really, how childish is that? Like, it's like you didn't even try. And I don't know. There are a lot of things that, sure, you might have some sort of creativity, but when it comes to the actual big projects and doing things, I think you just need to stay on the sidelines and leave it to Kayla and I, because I think you fail in those things. So that's why it's number 10 on the list. Number 9, and this one I'm really bugged about, just because it means that you won't marry me, is that you're gay. Paul, we're getting married when we're 32. What the hell is that about, man? It's like you took our whole plan and just threw it out the window, and now, I mean, it's like I have no chance with you. And that is such crap. I'll never forgive you for taking away my chance to marry you so that I can hate and ridicule you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and actually, like, spend the rest of my life doing that. That's all I wanted to do. And the fact that you have robbed me of this for such selfish reasons, it really is very frustrating to me, because I was counting on that, and I was planning on not getting married so that I could hold you to marrying me when we were 32. And now you have, like, this really good argument not to do that, and I don't think it's fair. Okay? Just putting that on the record. Number 8 is how many times I've tried to get rid of you, and yet you just won't leave me alone. I mean, I stopped hanging out with you after 4th grade. I stopped hanging out with you, that wasn't even the first time. Like, we, like, knew each other in 2nd grade, but we weren't even, like, really friends in 3rd, and that's the way I wanted it. So then when you clung to me in 4th grade, and I managed to break free in 5th grade and in 6th, then all of a sudden you showed back up in 7th grade, and then I couldn't shake you loose for a really long time. And, you know, we lived in different cities, and we kind of had the chance to, like, finally get our distance from one another, and I could finally ditch you and, like, keep you away. And it's just never worked. I'm hoping that this time sticks, okay? Being a couple states apart should do the trick. So, just how many times that I've unsuccessfully tried to get rid of you and you still keep clinging to me is number 8 on the list, because it drives me crazy. Okay? Now, number 7 plays into this, because I had to live with you for several years. Like, even when I couldn't find a place to live, and you and Ben were like, oh, why don't you come stay with us, Jennifer? Like, you know, and again, going back to number 22 and, like, being, like, a nice person. And then I had to deal with number 23 with your stupid ferrets. And, like, and then all of these play into this idea that you've been around and, like, helped me out and been, like, a roommate and someone that I actually got to hang out with a lot. And yeah, I know that we always talked about how we'd have a lot of fun living together, and that we did, and made forts, and actually got to, like, just be around each other all the time. Lame. Hardcore lame. Who does that? It's like we're friends or something at that point, and that's just living a lie, and I can't do that. So the fact that we lived together for so many years in so many different situations, and, like, that it's just silly, really. I mean, all of those memories that I have, and all of those places that we got to live in and experience all these fun, goofy, once in a lifetime kind of experiences with your friends, like, that, it's a little too much for me, okay? I don't like that at all. This one would have made high school way better, as far as I'm concerned, and I know you acknowledge this, and that's the thing, is that you just can't take it back, is that it took you way too long to get over board games and truth. I know you know what I'm talking about. It took you way too long, and that I wasn't even around when you did get over those things and realized what else is far more awesome out there. It took you too long, man. Where were you? Hop on the bandwagon. I was having fun, but no, you guys were, sneaking out and getting CDs out of my car, and, and then, like, freaked out, and, that's so super lame. I can't believe that it took you so long to get to the place where you're now like, oh my gosh, Jennifer, this is so much fun, and I, it's awesome, and something that we get to do together, and have, like, great times, and hang out and laugh, and then Kayla too, and, only, like, some of the best time conversations and goofy moments of our lives, like the Olympics and all of this stuff come from this, we only could have added, like, 3 more years of that if you weren't such a loser and didn't take so long to start doing all of the things that would have otherwise made you awesome. So the fact that you took too long makes that number 6 on the list, okay? Number 5, I am genuinely pissed about, is that you moved to LA. What's that about? I don't care if you're following your dreams. I don't care if you're doing what you want to do. I just don't care. Leaving Colorado was like a personal slap to me, Paul. I know that it's not about, like, following a career or, going into opportunities in your life that can benefit you or whatever. I know it's not about that. I know that you were just doing it to spite me, because you know that that's not on the top of my list of places to live. And I think that you were doing it to spite Kayla as well, because if you both were in Seattle, that might have given me that much more incentive to maybe possibly, I don't know, maybe sometime ever in my life live there. But no, you had to go to a completely different place and split the odds of me following you somewhere, and then no, the fact that you moved to LA is something I will never ever forgive you for. Okay, so, and see, here's the problem, is that number 4 on this list is that you're actually becoming successful in what you're doing in LA. Paul, you're supposed to go and fail so that you come back home a broken, empty vessel and actually then have to live your life out in shame in my shadow here. That was the plan. I don't know why you didn't pick up on that. No, all of a sudden you just had to pick up and move and go do these things that you wanted to do, and then you had to actually get good at them and, have all of these opportunities to, intern in a writer's room and have your boss really like you and, be busy and getting into the business right off the bat and just, actually following all of these channels and writing and being part of, what you need to do in order to fulfill your dreams. And Really? Really? I'm only sticking around to see if you become famous. That's what it really boils down to. Because, I know that, we've talked about you writing, so, helping produce some of my stuff, and, that's the only thing, that's been my game from the beginning. See, I kind of knew that this was going to go down this way, so I only stuck around enough that I can further my own dreams, and that I can actually, put myself in a position of honor and glory, and, to overtake you in everything that you try to do. And if that sounds like something you weren't on board with, well, then that should just be the next one on the list of why you suck, because I feel I made that pretty obvious. And if you're really so deluded to think that I was actually, your genuine friend this whole time, well, that just makes me hate you more at this point, so, there's that. So, here's the thing. Number 3 on the list is you're always making up these ridiculous stories. You're always coming up with these things that are really clever and funny, and they turn into these big improv sessions that we do that, are 30 minutes long and are just this iconic thing in our relationship that, you'd toss the videotape in my lap and then we'd spend the next 30 minutes talking about the shower head and the cookie and the night that shall not be named, with all of the apple butter and all that I know you don't like to talk about it, but whatever. Or the Whale Talk Tonight thing that we did with Dax's toys, or the Far Gone, the story of Fargo's. I mean, seriously, I would like to go to Fargo's and just have a quiet meal. But instead, you have me hooting and hollering and laughing and having all this fun, coming up with these epic stories, and, dude, cut it out. The fact that we can just vamp off of each other and have all of this fun coming up with these really ridiculous, goofy stories, no, I don't think that is something that I'm okay with doing anymore at all. Alright. Now, okay, number 2 on the list. And just... Sorry, I'm in my car and just rolling up the windows. So, here's the thing. Number 2 on the list is this... Despite the fact that we have had so many people come and go in our lives, be really close friends, actually, enjoy these big ensembles, and be part of anywhere from 3 to, 8 people of, a close-knit group where there are all these crisscrossing of good relationships and duos and trios and that, we all hung out and had, this giant group of close friends in high school, but then still had our core group, and then, in the midst of all of that, and who has come and gone and done all of this, blah, 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 that you and I actually were, the main 2 locks in the whole thing. And for the last 18 years have had something between the 2 of us that, despite the fact that there are plenty of people that I have known for 18 plus years, but they're usually family, or might as well be family. And the fact is, I really don't like, and number 2 on the list is this idea of we actually have something between us that is, genuine, which is so stupid. I don't know. I mean, with all of these other people, with, family, and people who might as well be family, let's face it, it's an obligation. I don't want to be around these people. And yet, I have no obligation towards you. I really could drop you, despite how difficult it's been over the years. I think I really could get it done if I put in enough effort to really get you away from me. And my life would not be very different. And, it wouldn't be, awkward. It's not like we have to deal with, family gatherings or reunions or something that we have any of these connections outside of just how we know each other. I think it's really lame that you and I actually have, such a genuine friendship, that's what has kept us together for 18 years. And that leads me into number 1, okay? Number 1 reason why you suck, and we all just have to deal with that now, is that I think you're going to be around for a long time. And really what makes you suck the most is that all of these other things that are terrible about you, I am going to have to deal with for the rest of my life. And nothing bothers me more than having to endure even the thought of having you and all of your suckiness be an integral part of my life for years. It already has been hell for me the past 18 years. And to think of another 18 or 30 or, gosh, one more second of you being part of my life just bothers me and depresses me so much. I need to go take some Prozac. It's not good for me, Paul. It's unhealthy, really. And I think you're probably going to send me to an early grave. Which I'm not okay with. I don't think that's fair. And, Something's got to be done about all of this, okay? This is a wake-up call video. I expect that you change these things immediately, and if not, I fear that both of us will continue to be friends, and we'll continue to be really close, and probably grow and be part of each other's lives and experiences, and you know, that we're going to continue to grow deeper in this connection and experiencing, you know, the joy and pride that comes from, you know, actually having a strong connection with somebody, and I don't know if I can do it. I really don't. And so I hope that you take this and internalize this so that we can start to see a real change in our lives. Okay? I love you.